to get him here with us today. Please help me welcome to the stage, Mr. Sagi Kalev. Don't touch it, that's embarrassing. So Sagi, thank you. Test. We didn't do this beforehand, that's my fault. Here? Yeah. I can hear, I don't know. Can you turn me up? Yeah. There we go. Not you ready to be done? Yeah! There you go. So before we jump into Beast, before we jump into the supplements, I think it's important for these guys to get to know you a little bit on a personal level. So tell us a little bit about your background. Where'd you grow up? How'd you get into doing what you do?
Wow. Okay. Everyone notice that it's so cold here? Yes. I don't know about you, I'm like, I'm trying to say something. We stay up and fall asleep. Well, I was born a long time ago, okay. 136 years ago in dog years, which make it about 41 years. I was born in Tel Aviv, in Israel, and when I was 16, I found my passion. And until then, I was a scrawny. Yesterday we had dinner and asked me, so what were you when you were a kid? And Daniel said, he's my business manager. He runs Bodybuilding. He said, what did you say, Daniel? He was a geek. Yes, I was. I was from scrawny to brawny. But I was super skinny, and I was a geek. I was actually enjoying it, but I didn't get lots of days being a geek. And when I found the gym, I found my passion, started working out, seeing results, started getting the days. I'm like, yeah. And from there, what happened is when you're 16, 17, your ego is this big, and you think you know it all. And you got everything and no one else got nothing on you. So I decided to do my first competition and invite all my friends and my family to come and see me winning the show. Because I knew exactly how to work out and how to eat and how to eat stuff. That's what I thought. So everybody came and I did my first show and I got my ass whooped so bad. I was humbled very fast. So being on stage and around so many amazing competitors, and you realize that you really don't know. So what I did is I went to the guy that won the whole show and I said, what would it take for me to learn from you, to train me to win the next show? Because I know in my heart I'm a winner. And I know that I have what it takes, but I don't have the tools to win a show. So he looked at me, smiled, like, we'll talk later. And then the military came. I was in the military back in Desert Storm. The first year was trying to do push-ups and eat some potatoes and chicken, whatever you could. And then I called the guy and I'm like, okay, my commander, he called me Chicken Dill. So go out of base and to come and see you. So he said, you know, I'm 2 hours ahead, 2 hours away from you. I'm like, I would rather 10 hours. Just give me what I need to win the shows. So 8 months later, my next show, didn't tell nobody. No one. Because I was afraid. I was really scared that I want to tell everybody to come and see the show and I want to feel again. And what happened is, I kicked ass. I kicked ass so bad that it was so good. On TV. And I was so excited. I went to eat with my friends. I come home, my mom was with me. How come you didn't tell me? I'm like, tell me what? I just saw you on TV. Wow. So that was my second experience. My third show, I told everybody. Everybody knew. Because I knew that I'm a champion, I'm a winner. So that's pretty much to the journey during the military. The military really what's made the biggest change in my life. Getting shot, getting stabbed, learning about what friendship is all about. Sleeping with 50 guys in one room, I mean, that's an experience. You hear things and you see things that you just don't want to know. But you know, and especially after you get shot in the butt and you get gum. And that's really, for me, I realized, you know, years later that everything that happened to me really happened for me. The struggles that I went coming to here, and this is, I gotta tell you, for me, I see life as circles. I call it the hero circles. And coming to the US, I came with a suitcase. I had $750. I couldn't speak the language. I still struggled with it. And didn't have a family, didn't have a place to sleep, didn't know where to go. And one thing I knew is that I have to find a place to work out, and I gotta get my protein. Lots of tuna and eggs. I still eat my eggs. I would not touch the tuna again. No more catfish. So for me, Orlando represents so much ending of this circle, and for me, I'm so happy that you guys are part of my journey because I'm starting a new journey. A journey with Body Beast to change the world with you guys together is something that I'm so blessed and so thankful and grateful for you guys because you all that really changed the game. You guys are on the front lines. You guys really do whatever it takes to help other people, to hold them accountable, to push and play, to tell them that, you know, the things that you really struggle with are the things that you need to do the most. And when you're in pain, and you're hurting, and you don't want to do it, and your kids drive you crazy, and you tell them to watch TV, and you are struggling at work, and you come home and you bitch to your wife, or your wife tells you what her girlfriend said, or lots of drama, and you try to tell someone else, well, you need to do this or that. It's like, well, you don't understand. You're not in my shoes. Well, that's what I do understand is that we all see other people in a box. And that box, usually the person next to you is like, she thinks she's hot. Or you look at that guy, it's like, he looks like a meathead. I wonder what he has to say. Probably not much. He's going to talk about how he pump his arms. You know, what I learned is that what other people think of me is none of my business. And if I worry what everybody else thinks, I will pretty much be offended for the rest of my life. And my story is what makes me who I am today. And so, before I would go and, give excuses or will tell stories or apologize for things that happened to me, but it's really the things that happened for me. Because I wouldn't be here standing today for those things that I struggled, the things that I failed. The only way to succeed is to face your fears. And when you face your fears, you look at that door, you open the door, you don't really open it, you kick it. You kick it, you just knock it down. And then you go to the next one, and the next one is really hard to open. But you know what? Just like when you fly into the air, and it's foggy, and there's a bunch of clouds, and you can't see anything, you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? You pass that point, and you start seeing the light. It's the same thing. We all, in our lives, see all these pain, struggles, and each one of you, one word to someone else can change their lives. You just don't know what you're going to say to one person and how much effect you will have on him or her or on their kids, on their family. I get asked all the time, how come you don't wear a watch? I said, because I know the time. It's like, what time is it? I'm like, it's now. It's the same time. So, how often you think, I'm sitting here, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom. What is he saying? I didn't hear him. Well, just try to be and listen. And when you go home, if your kid's talking to you, if your wife's talking to you, your husband talking to you, it's nice once or twice to just listen and let that other person feel that you actually appreciate and accept and welcome. And then everything will change. I told Jason, we had a phone call the other day, and I said something, and I don't have a speech or something that I prepared to. And Jeremy here is like, what the hell, how long was he talking? That wasn't in the plan. But really, the thing is, if you want love, you gotta give it. If you want to be helpful, ask for help. How many of you, and I know from myself, I was always the guy that tried to help everybody else. I was always the guy that was trying to be right. I was always the guy that had to prove everything, but I never asked anyone for help. Ever. Because I can do it on my own. I don't need any help. And the question that I asked a few years later, or many years later, well, Sagi, how's that working for you? Not really well. And that really was a profound thing for me. And that brings me to really, what changed for me is the two words. The two words that you are telling yourself, they will follow you. I am. Instead say I am fat, what will follow you is calories. Instead saying I am ugly, ugliness will follow you. But if you say I am fearless, I am loved, I am courageous, I am beautiful. You say it. You say it so many times that you can hear it yourself. And then you can stand and be a beast. Because for me, what's being a beast is to really stand in front of someone else and not trying to fix them and not trying to save them. Just share your heart, share your story, tell your struggles, and how you become successful. Because only through your struggles, you start seeing everything that happened for you. And what's that effect every day of your life to be better. So the fear, the struggles, the pain, the happiness, the relationship, everything moves into that circle. And only through your certain struggles and failures, I learned that's what success is all about. So be a beast is being as real honest with yourself. And help when you're in pain, help someone else in pain. But what are you thinking right now? My favorite joke, and I told it last night with my wife. She said, can you, I always say your jokes. Tell me that joke again. I said, okay, well, there was this arrogant, cocky mayor. I don't think it was Orlando, it was a different town. That used to have huge events every Saturday once a month. And through that event, he had this convertible Aston Martin, I think. That's his favorite car. I'll take it. And he would stand there with his wife. And one time in the parade, he saw his wife, ex-boyfriend, in a gas station where he worked. And he said to her, honey, aren't you glad you're still not with him? You'd be working in a gas station. And she said, if I would still be with him, he would be the mayor. When you know who you are, and you understand that who you are is enough, and the way you are is perfect, then that's all you need to know. And you're believing in yourself, following every single day. When you wake up in the morning, and I will tell you that the first thing I say in the morning when I wake up is thank you. Thank you for giving me the gift of being here today. What else do I need? You know? So, this is pretty much the story that took about 20 minutes to tell.
Can we talk to So dedication, persistency, and boldness is a lot of what these guys go through or have to go through on a daily basis. For a lot of them too, it's overcoming that focus or that ability to be disciplined. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things you've learned in those areas and how that can apply to them in their businesses.
Well, I learned that there is no magic. There's no magic code. There's no magic formula. There's hard work. And just like in Beachbody, the key word is desire to make success. The hardest thing is to make the decision. Once you make the decision, success will follow. Change doesn't happen in one day. Change, you have to be consistent, you have to be persistent, you got to be determined. But most of all, you got to have faith. You got to have faith, and you got to believe that there's something more, there's a purpose. And the way I see it again is, if we go to the bus station and to a train station and we stand there and we wait, just like in life, why do we stand there? Because a lot of times we don't see what's coming next. But we know on the schedule that the train is coming. It's coming in 15 minutes, I'm going to stand there and wait. But really, you think you know it because it's there on the schedule. Just because you do, same thing in life. You can stand somewhere and just keep hoping and waiting and thinking that it's going to happen. But really, you got to have to believe that there's something more to that, but you have to take actions. And you got to face your fears. And that's what's going to do the profound effect on your life. Facing the things that you know that you have the most hard time with, those are the things that you need to do the most. The things that you struggle the most, those are the things that you must do the most. The things that you say I don't like, you need to say, change the story, buddy. I love it. I hate it now, but I will love it later. So.
Now we don't want to scare them off, but give us a little foreshadow of the workout, what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It would be easy because we don't want to leave. Tell us about this workout that we're going to do.
Well, you know, how many of you have done insanity?
Yeah.
Lots of you, that's awesome. Lots of people. How many of you have done tuba fight?
Done some, not all of it.
All right. P98.
Yep.
So what's cool about these programs is that you don't need weights, and Body Beast is all about weights. So at Summit, if anyone were here in Summit? Okay, so I'll tell you about this story. I was told a few days before that I want to go on stage on Summit. I'm like, okay, what I want to do is stand on the bench and do that? Or I want to start flexing? What do you think his ego is that big? How big is he going to get? Well, how about you do some push-ups? For 10 minutes?
Pretty much.
So again, it's just what you expect, I just learned to appreciate. So since we don't have weights, I was sleeping one night and I was asked, so what can you do as a workout to really make someone really feel a workout? I'm like, oh, the spank me towel workout. And then you're like, what? So this is a workout that I used to do backstage when I was competing or before photo shoots. I would use a towel to get pumped, I use a towel to get resistant, and you do whatever you can to achieve, right? So we've been doing the towel workout, and I hope you guys are going to experience how much fun it is. You will never look at a towel again. I have to shower. The towel.
Okay. They'll be ready. Thank you, though, for coming out.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.